Alright, what we got? You sense Tizo shall gain favor from the scribes if you land here. You sense Sir Gilman shall gain favor from the scribes if you land here. Well, let's do Tizo, because I feel like Tizo is stronger than Gilman. You make landing on the sacred Mount Elodial, upon whose summit the next liberation rite shall soon take place. You wonder who among you may regain his or her freedom this time. Volfred finds you after the post-flight inspection. We shall have to take the rest of the trip to Mount Fall of Solium by land. May we soon liberate another of our own there. That should raise the chances that our plan shall ultimately succeed. The Seeker Crystal, Beyonder Crystal seeks Pamitha. Let's go, dude. You ask Sandra to administer the rite. Oh, you mean that feisty harp? She may yet be taught some manners, I should think. I shall attempt to bring her down to size. Let us bring her forth. Soon Pamitha arrives in heat of the summons. You called for me, reader darling? Ah, it's that crystal. Then let's hash it out. I'm ready. She actually knows, the only one that wasn't like, what the fuck? Apparition Sandra appears. Listen well, Harp, you answer to me here. Oh, a bossy one. Sure then, go on and tell me more. Such a delightful student for a change. Come on then, let us see what you can do, left to your own devices, save for your reader's vigilance, of course. Let's show her what she wants to see then, reader darling. Alright. Got him. Alright, didn't get that one. Didn't get that one. Oh. Oh god. Hey, why don't you just, like, wait a second? Fine. Whatever. You can't attack again that quickly, because that's what I tried to do, was I can just dash her again. No, no, no. Can't do that. There we go. Yeah. Oh, there you go. That's what you do. You don't just try and kill them all back to back. You gotta be a little bit more patient than that. Oh, fuck! Oh, Jesus. Well, I got thoroughly outmaneuvered there. Holy shit. It's alright, now they've only got one man. Well, they've got two mans, actually. They're down a man is the correct way to format what I was saying. He did get me. He did get me. How fucking rude. What? Oh, okay. Alright, we got there in the end. Jesus Christ. My excuse will be I'm not such a fan of the harp's playstyle. So that one move, fucking got me on that last one, I won't lie. There, now is everyone happy? Oh, happy as can be, my doubtless pretty heart. So good of you to ask. On top of that, your performance was sufficient and you passed my test. You have my congratulations both to you and to your lovely reader. Now be gone from here before I have any second thoughts. See, I've always kind of thought of Panther as being pretty sarcastic, but that seems to not be how Sandra took it. My, that Sandra sure could use a massage or something. So angry, isn't she? Say, what's that you have there, darling? While flying, after dousing the adversary's pyre, Pamitha may instantly return and deal 3+3. Ooh, how exciting. Incredible. Seek the harp scribe's favor. Later that day, you accompany Tizo into the oldest masonry of the Emperor's Ascent, where a monument to Triestia Tethys awaits you. Perhaps due to the nature of this place, you begin to sense Tizo's inner thoughts, as clear as if he were speaking aloud. Hello again, old friend. I hope the stars are comforting to you. These Nightwings are as strong of spirit as I have seen. Please look after them. Soon you and he are finished after paying your respects. You return to the wagon in silence, feeling as though Triestria Thesis has shown you your favor. At dawn, you shall begin your ascent. For now, the solitude here is fit for pursuing your vocations. Tizo gains +2 quickness, sick. Oh, let's talk. Hey, Tizo. You observe Tizo rummaging about the black wagon as though in search of something. He notices you and rushes up to greet you. Cree. Tizo is glad that you are here. He was just reminiscing about old times. But just as quickly, he resumes his search. Tizo is looking for something a former exile of the Nightwings once gave him. He is growing frustrated that the object he seeks is nowhere to be found. You almost do not notice the lone minstrel's approach. I am afraid that is gone, Tizo. I am very sorry. Reader, it is nothing that ought to be cause for much concern, merely that Tizo has misplaced something of sentimental value to him. It was just a spare bandage, he indicates, exactly like the one on his horn. Tizo here has had many adventures with the Nightwings. Is that not so, Tizo? He squawks in approval. Those memories shall always stay with you. Is that not what matters most of all? He confirms this as well. Then please, do not worry yourself about it anymore. It is a symbol of a distant past, besides. Tizo skulks away up into the rafters. The lone minstrel watches him go. The object that he seeks does not exist, reader. Tizo searches for it from a fleeting memory of his days with the Nightwings of the past. He performed the regular duties of the Drive Imps at first, but soon distinguished himself. I was none too surprised. He was clearly special. He had grown close with the other members of the Nightwings when misfortunes fell and the Triumvirate fell apart. Perhaps Volfred has revealed to you more of the details. As for Tizo, I feel he must make peace with the shadows of the past somehow. Perhaps then he shall cease searching. You need not worry for him, of course. He is resilient and shall always serve the Nightwings well. You might say he was born for it. Begging your pardon, reader. The lone minstrel excuses himself in his polite way, leaving you to consider what he said. Alright, let's mentor someone. Let's mentor Hedwyn, because I'm thinking he's gonna be next, but we'll see when we get there. Of course, we're going all this way, we better make the most of it. You and Hedwyn go over what you know of the celestial landmarks that you have been to, and how their properties impact the Nightwings and the Rights. You can tell he knows many of them well by now. No matter what anyone says, I refuse to think that there's some sort of limit to one's understanding of all this. Which one's this? He recovers equal to 50% of damage dealt. Yeah, great. I'd never had imagined that I'd get to see so many different places in the downside. Continue the journey. Let's see. We got... You sense Jody shall gain favor. Pamitha shall gain favor. Well, we might put Jody in, so we'll go Jody. We still don't know. Well, maybe she'll say something here as well, because maybe we'll get something like when Gilman was like, I don't want to leave yet, though. I doubt Jody doesn't want to, given she's been here the longest. On the way to the summit, you pass a monument to Under King Orez, and Jody happens to take notice. You wish for good fortune in the coming right and in your plan. As for Jody... You scribes, I do not believe that you can hear me. Perhaps all of this is but a joke to you. If so, then do not tamper with the feelings of my comrades. I shall not forgive you if you do. She says little after paying her respects. However, as you prepare to continue your ascent, you sense that Under King Orez has shown you his favor. Alright. Good talk, team. You and your companions gather once more at the Scribe's Gate, where a single narrow trail leads upwards towards the summit, past an archway carved of stone. Come this way, please. The minstrel leads you towards the archway where his counterpart waits. The exiles of the Nightwings have returned. They have. Greetings, Celeste. She all but ignores him and mentions to the rest of you. Now then, each of you, in turn, please state your name and what it is you seek whilst crossing Scribe's Gate. Please do just as she says. Everyone steps forth one after another, much like before. Headwind passes through the gate. Jody passes through the gate. Tiza passes through the gate. Sir Gilman passes through the gate. Faye passes through the gate. Pamitha passes through the gate. Falfler passes through the gate. No one is left but you. You step forth and declare yourself as you did before. The guardian of Scribe's Gate regards you with a still expression. Then she addresses all of you in her formal manner. The 8 scribes bid the night wings welcome. Go forth with glory. The lone minstrel glances up at the gate guardian. You have our gratitude, Celeste. But she pays him no heed. That was a much more truncated version of going through Scribe's Gate than last time. Again, you gain the top of Mount Elodial from which the downside sprawls before you. You wonder whether one among you shall soon follow Ruki from this place. Page revealed. The Fall of Celium. From the top of Mount Elodial, the downside may be seen in its entirety, or at least felt, since so much of the land is shrouded, but that is hardly all. Through a wondrous miracle, there lies upon the highest mountain an inverted fall, whose waters crash not toward the sea, but rush toward the heavens. We speculate these are the very waters which delivered us, but now bend backwards, seeking their return, as do we all. In this phenomenon can freedom be achieved, but only for the chosen when the time is right. This is a path to freedom we cannot traverse, but shall leave open for you, so that you may strive for it. What you got in the shop, dude?
Oh, hey guys, you know, it's real awful cold up here sometimes when we have customers. Okay. Good luck in that big battle thing you got with where you're going, isn't it? I heard it's gonna be exciting for my friends.
What's this? After a bear banishes an adversary by aura casting, aura burst may occur. Cool. I'll buy one of these just so you don't feel bad again, pretty much, when I leave. Also, we've got 69, so that's pretty nice. Tell your friends, because I've already told mine. Commence the liberation rite. The time has come for your second liberation rite to commence. You observe the lone minstrel and Volfred speaking in hushed tones, but cannot sense the topic or tone. Then Volfred looks up to you. I trust that you're feeling as prepared as possible, my boy. Each rite is consequential to our journey in its own respect, though these liberation rites have a more immediate effect. It's somewhat crass, however. I've gone and estimated by how much each of our companions may contribute to the outcome of our plan, should they be liberated here. Factors such as their previous occupation, innate tendency to lead, and oratory skill have contributed to my assessment. It's nothing personal, for we are all in this together. Besides, we all ought to return in time, if possible. Know simply that, for each of us who goes, in doing so, he or she shall raise our total chances of success. Reader, sir, this night you shall confront the fate. They have already appointed Dalbert to be liberated, should they manage to prevail. We all have faith in you, my boy, and lo, even the stars agree on this account. Let's not for this one. What's this one, though? Adversaries Pyre gains more. I'll take this one just because it's so easy to mitigate it. No, let's not. Like, this one's very important that we don't fuck up.
The Night Wings have returned unto the Fall of Solium, at which the scribes first formed their sacred union. At stake this night is freedom and prosperity. But only for one exile who prevails in this liberation.
I never
rite.
noticed the minstrel and
Your
Celeste
many
up there.
adversaries all did strive to earn this opportunity. 'Twas the fate which earned it. Who shall be absolved is up to all of you.
The pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. I concur, the pyres burn, and each of the triumvirates is present and prepared. Then, anointed one of the fate, come forth now and declare yourself, and pay any respects you may have unto your adversaries, the Nightwings. The bent old cur Dalbert steps forward and struggles for a moment with his mask. Greetings, old heralds. I am Dalbert Oldheart. It is the greatest honor of my years to stand upon this sacred site upon which the 8 scribes first anointed these glorious proceedings. Nightwings, we are honored to be in your presence once more.
Father, they are our adversaries, not our hosts. We need not be so gentle with them. They shall do their utmost to keep you from your freedom.
Dalbert, your son speaks out of turn. Control him. My sincerest apologies for his unnecessary outburst. Almer, please. We have worked toward this opportunity, and we must make the most of it. He puts his mask back on. My son and I stand ready to begin. Now then, have the Nightwings reached a decision on whose behalf they shall conduct the liberation rite? Reader, I am bound to tell you once more. The first companion whom you choose shall go free this very night, if you prevail. Only the enlightened may thus be anointed. Not all among you may be ready. The other 2, chosen for the triumvirate, shall lend their aid. Nightwings, make your decision.
Who would you set free?
Alright, so... It's not Tizo. Spoiler warning, it's not Tizo. So it's either Hedwyn or it's Jody. It's gotta be Jody, out of Hedwyn or her, hasn't it? She's been here the longest. She deserves it the most. Well, I think she and Hedwyn deserve it the most, but of the 2, I feel like Jody deserves it more. And if we're talking on a more meta level, Jody has to count pretty highly for success chance on the plan, doesn't she? Like, she's gotta be up there. So, I think we're gonna go with Jody. If that is your wish.
Who shall strive for her?
And we will put in Tizo.
Tizo.
Tizo seems very determined to support Jody. And it only seems fitting we put Hedwyn in with Jody.
Hedwyn.
I have your back, Jody. Let's get you home.
It is done.
We give thanks to have this opportunity to face you, O Nightwings. Now let us strive to our fullest capacity with honor and with grace. Save your strength for the right, Father, and for the voyage home. Let this be our final battle against them. Alright.
Commence.
Nope, alright, that didn't go well. Oh, fuck. This layout's changed, hasn't it? Okay. Ah, fuck. Oh, no, you don't. I'm bad. Alright. Zip zap. Oh, no, no touching, no touching! Ah. Oh. Oh, fuck. Alright. Let's go. Infinite stamina, Jody, let's fucking go. Got him. Alright. Yeah. Oh. Ah, fuck. No. tease up. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Okay. It's alright. Slow and steady wins the race. Easy. Oh. Fuck that up. Oh. Ah. Easy, easy, easy. Okay, okay. Hear us now, O noble Jameer, for we beseech you, surely we cannot prevail without your aid. If ever you have heard my prayers, I beg of you, please smile upon us now. Whether from his prayers to his scribes or simply from Dalbert's resolve, something comes over your fellow exiles here. If they are banished now, they shall not soon return. Okay.
Such a struggle it must be for poor old Dalbert and his witless son.
Oh, fuck. 21 seconds! Holy shit! Okay, okay. Oh, fuck. Tease up, tease up.
Left your clutches.
Alright, Headwind is gonna be back a lot faster than Jody. Fuck, fuck, fuck. It's alright, they've got a lot of Pyre to get through yet. That was pretty bad, you're right. Yes, yes, yes!
Fear not the purifying flame.
2.
Now end the ceremony.
Tease out, infinite stamina, let's go!
And there
Yeah.
it is at last. The Nightwings proved their worth. Their adversaries they defeated utterly. Thus ends the liberation rite. And thus the scribes have chosen. The exile appointed by the Nightwings shall be free, absolved of all misdeeds, return to glory in the Commonwealth. Her adversary and all others shall remain to carry out their rightful sentences. Draw some feeling.
Alas, my son, once more it seems that I have failed you. Father, wait! What good is freedom to us anyway if we would be apart? After all this time, she turns her gaze towards the rest of you. I never thought this day would come. I have all of you to thank for this, for doing this for me. The life that I recall back in the Commonwealth was at times difficult, and I am much older now. I know not what I shall find on my return. However, I know this: if that place still is like the Commonwealth I left so long ago, then I shall strive to make it better, for as long as I retain my strength and breath. You see her smile faintly as she disappears into the shimmer pool, though you can still hear her voice, though faintly now. Farewell then, reader, all of you, for now. Jody earned back her freedom. May she return in glory.
Godspeed, Captain Jodariel. The 8 scribes are ever merciful. By their grace, the cycle of the rites may soon commence again. until the rites begin.
Father, wait! Calm yourself, my son. The liberation rite is ended. But, no. How can you be so calm, even now, after what happened? Did you strive this night with all your heart, Alma? Yes, but it was not enough. It was not enough. No, my son. It was enough. It was more than enough. Father. You return to the wagon after having prevailed against the fate in the liberation rite. Tizo wishes Jody a safe journey home. One by one, until we're all done. You succeeded in liberating Jody, who returned to the Commonwealth in glory. We did what we could. With each liberation rite, we strive to advance our plan. I'm just getting real fucking sick of listening to Volfred at this point. Every fucking time this dude's on screen. The plan. A brighter future awaits us at the end of our path. For now, we must persevere. Speaking of which, reader, I take it you have seen the stars, or should I say, the lack thereof. You have, or did. Once more, the sky is all abyssal darkness following the liberation rite. No stars illuminate themselves to guide you on your path. Then let us go once more to Moonlight Alcove. I have an errand I must run, besides, once we arrive. But we recover now and make our way southward at first light. Yep, thought it might be Hedwyn. You find Hedwyn on his own after Jody's liberation. You sense straight away what is on his mind. The two of them were close through much of his life. He looks up to you, but his familiar smile is nowhere to be found. I'm sorry, my friend. I should be in a much, much better mood right now. It's just... I can't believe she's gone. Then he shakes his head. Listen to me. I'm talking like she's... He falls silent again. You can tell he needs some time to himself right now and turn to leave. Wait, hold on. Don't leave me here just yet. First of all, my friend, thank you. I don't like to think of it in quite these terms, but out of all of us, I really hoped she'd manage to get out of here. She's been here the longest, not to mention. I'd probably be dead 10 times over by now, if not for her. What's more, other than maybe Volfred himself, I have a feeling she's really going to make an impact on this plan of ours back on the other side. Just the same, though, I am going to miss her. You and Hedwyn share some memories of Jody for a time, though it grows clear to you that he needs some time alone. Thanks again, my friend. I hope that one day all of us can meet again. Jody, she'd be happy on that day, I'd bet. It is very late now. You part ways after bidding each other a good evening. He wants to fuck her. The Fate. The Fate united under Many-Mane, the Alpha Chief. He is brash, but follows his tradition. He prizes faith, discipline, and honor, qualities he seems to lack at first. He formed the Fate under the precepts of olden bylaws of his four-legged ancestors. They believed in a certain natural order in the way of things. Many-Mane wanted for the Fate to likewise show respect. Initially, he only chose from other curs. He, however, urged the Fate to replenish their numbers from any race or ethnic group thus willing. Thus shall they anticipate what is to come with open eyes and minds, and never frown upon what is in store for them. No, wait, there was another page. On mercy. Mercy is the beating heart of a truly free society. Mercy even for the perpetrators of the darkest deeds. As our liege Solium Mur drifted in an ocean of regret, he found there mercy, or rather, it found him, and it saved his life. Mercy, freedom, they are intertwined. A society which raises a clenched fist against its own shall follow the doomed path of the Emperor of Shar. Ours shall be a merciful society. May the perpetrators of the darkest deeds be sent to join us here, where they may learn, as we have. Mercy shall engender union among all our different kind. We shall stand shoulder to shoulder, equal in the same society. Continue your journey. Moonlight Alcove. You once again find yourself amid the hidden splendors of Moonlight Alcove. Here you can await the time until the stars deign to shine for you again. No one else to talk to? Bide your time. We have returned to a place of respite. Please make yourselves comfortable, such as you can. We are at the mercies of the stars. But I expect they shall shine bright again in time. As for me, I shall return by then, for there is something I must do. There, from atop the sacred mountain, you gaze down into the abyss that is the downside. You wonder when the stars shall align themselves once more. There, upon the sacred mountains, you and your companions once more await the night the stars begin to shine again. The plan of which you are all a part of is set in motion. The Commonwealth, a nation that stood almost for 1,000 years, is in turmoil. If your companions return there through the liberation rites, what sort of place shall they be coming back to? Many moons pass. One evening, amid a downpour with no interest whatsoever in relenting, Valfrid requests everybody to convene. You understand he is an announcement of some sort. Soon everyone is assembled, and Valfrid regards the group. Everyone, there is an aspect of our plan which I have not talked about with you at length. Look around your companions. What do you see in them? He lets the question hang a minute in the air. I'll tell you what I see in all of you, in all of us. I say in all of us a living vision of the 8 scribes themselves, each one among them hailing from a different tribe which later formed our Commonwealth. My observation does not come from pompousness. I don't know why I was having so much trouble with that one, I think. Rather, I believe the scribes themselves desired, or shall I say desire, such a course. Together, they created all this ceremony of which we're now a part. The exiles liberated through their rites went on to found the Commonwealth, based on their values and their teachings. Thus, an instrumental aspect of our plan is to embody the spirit and the culture from which the Commonwealth arose so many centuries ago. That way, when we are all united on the other side in solidarity, the people all shall see that we reflect the values they yet cherish in their hearts, not merely our own. Anyway, we are still missing one key representative. On behalf of Molten Millith, and on behalf of Molten Millithie, and I happen to know a certain bog dweller who I think shall fit the part most splendidly indeed. He motions for someone to approach. A certain bog dweller slithers forward. You recognize her straight away. It is my pleasure to introduce to you a dear old friend of mine whom I believe you've met. Welcome to the Nightwings, Bertrude. The bog dweller, called Big Bertrude, utters something guttural by way of greeting.
We are to understand that ye require further aid from us.
Yes, dear Bertrude, the time has come. Bertrude here is far and away the most accomplished alchemist whom I've ever met. You soon will find that she knows much about the rites as well. Bertrude looks at you and your fellow exiles, each in turn.
We frighten ye, apparent.
Everyone is silent as Bertrude searches their expressions.
Then tremble, small ones, and hold well thy tongues, lest we remove them.
She takes her leave without another word. Please excuse Bertrude's blunt manner. I guarantee she shall She shall more than make up for it. Everyone disperses. It seems now the ranks of the Nightwings are complete. Great. Now then, my boy, perhaps you have noticed that the stars are bright once more up there behind those stubborn rains. Meaning, it is time we get to business. Indeed, once more several stars shine bright within the cold and storming sky. Choose your path towards salvation. What's going on in the planet? My dear friend Big Bertrude, she observes an unseen pattern in the stars. It seems we can estimate how many rites remain until the next liberation. We can? Rights till next liberation. 3. Ooh, the same as before. Who would have guessed? Alright, who we got? We got the snakes. We got that guy. What was the other one? And we got the dogs. Alright, well, given we just got the snake, let's go fight the snakes. I was not in any hurry to cross paths with Uldmilhi again, thus she... Turns out she's even worse than I thought, depending on how superstitious you are. He then reveals what he has learned of her and her designs. Which Uldmilhi, one of the Bog Dwellers and head of the Withdrawn, a triumvirate more interested in legends of Yashlak, the Astralborn, than in the rites. Her kind was known to be reclusive in the Commonwealth, yet she was brazen in her disdain for the common values. She practiced the unspeakable. Somehow, one day, her research into flammable regents grew into an obsession with Yashlak, despite widely held belief that he is dead or never did exist. But Uldmilhi held that Yashak is merely dormant and shall someday be reborn, with newfound hunger, which could only be sated by devouring the world. Then, at last, could Yashlak return to his glorious home, and Uldmilhi would go with him. When Commonwealth officials showed up to take Uldmilhi in for spreading unrest, she was all too eager to comply. After all, a sentence to the downside meant being that much closer to Yashlak's resting place, where she believed she had much work to do, where the Withdrawn stood ready to assist. I don't know if we can stop whatever she's up to, but prevailing against her in the right should slow her down at least. Anyway, good luck getting to sleep. See you in the morning. You bid Hedwyn a restful night in kind. It is too late to take flight, so you expect to press onward come daylight. Delightful. You find Big Bertrude looking about the black wagon in a disapproving way. She fixes her gaze on you. Her expression does not change. Such a clutter added to this wagon since we looked upon it last. Unsightly. We remember thee from our abode in flagging hands. Then thou must be the reading one to whom Sandalwood referred. She moves in closer, studying you. You recall the mere touch of a bog crone of the southern bogs can induce paralysis, or worse. That one such as thee can extract meaning from that tome. 'Twas a feat we wished to witness for ourselves. Thy flesh has seen but the smallest fraction of the years which ours withstood, and yet we are expected to believe that thou canst understand the Book of Rites. Then she backs away, for someone else has joined you. Hail, Bertrude, madam. Is everything to your liking at this time, or is there something more which you require? We have been unable to locate a supply of rotworm gizzard extract among thy belongings. Other than that, we shall lodge no complaint at present. It is possible that Volfred has a small supply among his possessions here. If you would care to accompany me, we may yet procure some. That would be agreeable with us. Then after you, madam. As they depart, you see the lone minstrel nod his head your way. Thank you. What's this? Bertrude's decks. Unusual etched cards depicting the Greater Titans, probably for curses and enchantments. Alright, what's in the book? Rites of Flame. With these blackened nails do I hereby inscribe the rites of flames. The bylaws shall be written here in full. We, the Eight, decree the rites a test of one's true worth in body, mind, and spirit. Now, until the stars abandon us, this shall be binding law within the downside. Those deemed worthy in the rites are to regain their freedom from the downside and return from whence they came. Exiles shall conduct the rites as one of 9 triumvirates, and look toward the stars for guidance in their path. Exiles shall bear this book as status. Good talk, team. Let's continue the journey, shall we?